All right, guys, welcome back to South Coast HD, the only place you should be. I am your host, Diana Zwalo, and standing next to me is a sadist, horrible person, but a great coach, mind you. He's laughing because he knows what I'm talking about. It's Coach Roland. Coach, how are you?
I'm very good, and yourself, brother?
I'm fine, thank you. Have you killed anyone today?
Not yet, but maybe a bit later.
Listen to that, that's sadism.
Are we getting into the ring later?
I wouldn't, not even if you paid me, coach. Okay, listen, guys, Boxing 360, I want him just to tell you a bit more about it. Like, when did you start and how long have you been doing this?
All right, so for the last 3 years, I've been on the coast and I've been teaching boxing. My boxing background comes from 6 years old. My dad was my coach and he pushed me as a youngster, so I boxed all my life. It's always been my passion, it's always been my heart. I started this boxing club in a garage with 2 people on the South Coast, in Manaba, and it just started growing. I think you were one of them that came and tried to join that and vomited a few times. Right, so we started with 2 guys, and you know what? The community and the family environment that the Box 360 is not just boxing and a fighting gym, it's actually a community. And the family orientation, the people come here not to be boxers, but they want to be part of something that is a close-knit family that work together, that help each other, that are there for each other. And that's what Box 360 is. Wow. So it's not just a place of where there's blood and there's snot and there's bleeding. It's actually about family orientation and bringing people together and creating a community. And as you can see, we've got sponsors around us here, and we've got a lot of sponsors supporting this because they see what it is for the youth. They see it for the people that are developing and want to be boxers and strive for something. If you look at youngsters these days, they're all involved with technology, what we're doing right now. Everything's social media, everything is. But when are they getting out and actually learning discipline and a connection with family environment? So this is what Box 360 is about, is developing the community and teaching the youngsters what it is to actually be part of that. And I think we're lacking that at the moment through schools and so forth,
Wow, guys, that was so much, like so much compassion. And honestly, I love your vigor, and I love how intense you are about the community and the South Coast in specific, because look, you've got your business set up here. You know how things are around here, man. So what would you like to see? What would you like to see change in terms of how we, the South Coasters, do things?
Well, if you look at the boxing gym, for instance, got that family connection. There's so many opportunities on the South Coast where we can have that develop, and it runs through. You got Tidy Towns that is doing this amazing stuff on the South Coast at the moment. They're pulling together as community and they're doing it, and you see the change. So it takes one person to make a change, and if you can get that environment, you can get those people together. Look what change you can actually make. And South Coast is a beautiful. I don't think there's any better beaches in KZN than the South Coast. Not in South Africa. You can go to Cape Town. You can go to all those places. You've got the wind, you've got the cold ocean, got a warm ocean, beautiful beaches here. You've got everything that you want. So if this community of the South Coast can pull together the way that this gym does, we have the best place to go on holiday in South Africa.
What? Guys, are you listening? An advocate for the South Coast. Oh my word. Listen, Roland, that is incredible. So what do you expect to happen tonight? What do you bring? What can the South Coast expect?
All right. Well, we got 20 main cards fights. I've done about 4 events already. This is the second one in my gym. We've got boxers from all over KZN.
Just to specify, all of your events have been here in the South Coast?
All of my events have been here on the South Coast. I've got my boxers that go fight in KZN, and they've really represented the South Coast really well. But this is our 5th one here on the coast now. It is just growing every time we're hosting it. The South Coast are pulling together and coming and committing to these things. So it's really been positive. So tonight, 20 fights, 5 title fights, and we've got one of our boys on the South Coast going for the main card tonight, which is Henry. Maybe you'll have a chat to him later, but it's going to be an amazing fight, and we're expecting a lot from him. And you know what? He's carrying it on his shoulders. He's actually an Albanian, but he's been living on the South Coast for a long time, and he's now, obviously I call him now, he's local, right? So he's representing the South Coast, but even if he's from Albania, this is his passion, South Coast and Box 360.
Wow. Guys, listen, Coach, I'm sure you've got a lot to do, so just quickly, just look at the camera and say, South Coast HD is the only place you should be.
South Coast HE is the only place you can be. Amazing, guys. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Listen,
Anytime,
Coach,
my brother.
I will see you in the ring later. Just give me 3 rounds and I'll...